With us all having to take time off work to stay at home, avoiding people, binge watching our favourite shows and interfering with ourselves to the point of abuse, at this extremely difficult time, I think we can all get an idea on what it was like for people back in World War II. Now, don't get me wrong. One is definitely worse than the other. Like, at least when the war was over, they could still afford a house, am I right? But in a rare moment of compassion that has absolutely nothing to do with me creating more work for myself as an excuse to avoid the missus so we don't end up killing each other out of pure cabin fever, I decided to throw together an extra video this week for all my favourite lads and ladies cooped up in their houses to make sure they're all getting enough vitamin D. You can take that whatever way you like. Yes, that does mean I have another video dropping for you lot in the next day or so keep an eye out for that. But anyway, on to this video. As a YouTuber, I occasionally get business emails about doing ads and sponsorship deals, but at my size, it's usually for one of the following, either for very little money, for a dodgy or less favourable company, or for Raid Shadow Legends. I'm joking, but seriously Raid, leave me alone, don't you have enough people promoting that shit? But sometimes you'll get an offer that sounds too good to be true. Because it is. So it all started on the 23rd of December with an email from Jessica Richards that said, "Hello YouTuber. First of all, it's not a good sign when they don't actually use your name or channel name in the email. My name is Jessica and I represent IT Craft. At the moment, we have developed many useful applications for the convenience of computers and mobile phones. We have looked at your channel and concluded that you are an excellent professional and you are making very high quality content that we and your audience like. We would like to order from you advertising our application, which helps to optimize the work of your computer as well as clean it from unnecessary garbage and viruses. With our application, each user will be able to control the work of his computer, as well as be confident in its security. We are interested in two formats of advertising. One, a small clip before the video lasting 15 to 30 seconds, payment for it is $560. And two, a separate video on your channel with a full overview of the functionality of our application lasting 1 to 2 minutes, payment for this $1,270. If you're interested in our offer, we'll be waiting for your reply. With respect, IT Craft." Of course me, a relatively small creator with a foul mouth, pun intended, I was indeed open to doing sponsorship deals, so this piqued my curiosity. So I replied looking for more information, to which Jessica replied with, "Great, we are glad that you agreed to cooperate with us. I didn't agree to anything yet. In order for us to continue, you must agree to some rules. To get started, you should familiarise yourself with the application. This is important and I will tell you why shortly. And tell us if you can promote it on your channel." And then a load of mumbo jumbo on what to do and all other jargon, not important. And then at the end of the email, she linked to a website. So I followed the link and it brought me to a somewhat dodgy looking website. I'd show you, but the link is dead now and I never thought to grab some screenshots at the time. At this point I was getting a little bit suspicious, so I decided to do a little bit of digging. I searched the web looking for anything related to the software or the publisher, customer reviews, product reviews, tech info, anything at all. And I came back with nothing, bar an unrelated company in the UK. What I did manage to find, however, was a page for a software called MacPaw, which was a near identical copy to the site that Jessica had linked me. Or, more accurately, Jessica's site was a copy of this. Now I really was suspicious and was starting to think that Jessica Richards was more of a Vindaloo. But just to be sure, I downloaded the software that was linked on the site. That was lovingly called setup.exe, seemed legit. Gave it a quick virus scan that didn't turn up anything, but that's just Windows Defender for you. I then right-clicked on it, clicked the details tab where you usually find information about the software and developer and publisher and so on. Here's an example for what you should see. And all it said was unknown publisher. So with that, I brought up my concerns with Jessica and said, "Hi Jessica, thanks for the information. I will certainly consider looking into this. Do you have any credentials/links that can confirm that this is a valid software and offer? I've searched online and found very little about System 4 software, and the linked software page appears to be a copy of another similar software. Also, the setup.exe does not have valid publisher details inside. Apologies, but I'm very wary about installing unknown software on any of my machines. Regards, Ducky." Thankfully, Jessica didn't hesitate to put every one of my concerns to rest by saying, "Are you unable to start the installation or some kind of error is detected?" Seems she really wants me to install that software, doesn't it? So I hit her back with, "No, I have not attempted to install the software as of yet. I was just unsure about the validity of this email and the company you claim to be a part of. I found very little information online myself about System 4 software, only that it's almost a perfect copy of the following page, and the software you linked does not have valid publisher information in its properties. As my business email is public and is open to abuse, I just want to be sure before installing anything on my system. Regards, Ducky." Again, Jessica, being the nurturing soul that she is, came back with this comforting email. "If you are afraid, then refuse to cooperate with us. Thanks." Obviously at this point I had no doubt in my mind that this whole thing was a pile of horseshit. So I replied with, "The fact that you seem to refuse to address my concerns confirms my suspicions. I'm going to decline." And Jessica replied with, "You have no problems, only your guesses. Thanks." Well, at least she was polite. That ended that. After a few weeks I started to hear about other YouTubers being scammed by similar emails, and what I found out what was happening is they get you to install a software that's actually malware that steals your info info and or somehow hijacks your channel. So that explains why Jessica was so adamant on getting me to install that software. And it's also a shining beacon on why being suspicious by nature is usually a good thing. So with my newfound suspicion for my business email, life continued on. Until I got this into my inbox on the 18th of January. Hello, my name is Kevin. I am an ex-Ronnie representative and I'm a public relations agent. Our company develops software, oh goody, more software, with which you can enjoy your favourite games anywhere. With ex-Ronnie, you can stream and play your own computer games on your mobile phone, tablet or smart TV. Clearly Kevin has never tried to play Halo on a TV remote. I would like to know if it's possible to order some ads on your YouTube channel. How much would you want to receive for advertising? If you agree, how much do you want to receive for your work? Another warning sign, companies have marketing budgets, so they'll never ask what you want. They'll typically tell you what they're willing to pay. Our company is ready to pay well for your work. If you're ready to cooperate with our company, write to us and we will send you further instruction. So obviously immediately suspicious, I decided to test the validity of it and replied with, "Hi Kevin, thanks for getting in touch with me. I am willing to do an ad spot on a video. Can you give me more information about your software before we proceed with anything?" And Kevin came back with, "Oh sure, your task for advertising, install the program to your device. There it is. Familiarize yourself with the program, show functionality, send us a video for verification, send us your account to receive money. After receiving money, you upload the video to YouTube. To begin with, we need advertising only in one video. After the diagnosis, we may continue to cooperate." Also linked was a Google document with the link to some malware typed into it so Gmail wouldn't detect it. Now, he explained what they wanted me to do pretty clearly, but that's not what I asked. I asked him about the software, not the ad spot. So cutting the shit, I followed up with, "Apologies, I mean, can you tell me more about the software in question? Software name, developer, user reviews, that kind of thing. I've been getting a lot of scam software emails lately that have been using a very similar open monologue and response to you, and I want to be sure of the legitimacy." And you wouldn't guess what Kevin said to that. Nothing, he never replied. The next one up was on the 26th of January when I got this from a chap called Thomas. "Hello, I represent ES Cleaner. We are a relatively new company, so don't be suspicious when you go looking for our info on our software and you can't find it. That's what that means. That needs advertising, which is why I'm writing to you. Are you ready to cooperate at the moment?" Why do they keep saying cooperate? It's like a fucking hostage negotiation. "With respect, Thomas Miller." Pretty sure it's a scam, so I just shoot back with a quick, "Hi Thomas, I'm open to advertising on my channel. What have you got in mind?" "Perfect," he says. "Then I'll tell you more about our software. ES Cleaner is a program designed to clean your PC from slag." Great, I can't tell you how many times I've had to clean stony waste out of my desktop when I use it to smelt iron. "And increase productivity. With our program, your computer gets rid of unnecessary files, and it will work like in the old days." Now, I'm sure he meant it'll run like new, but the way he worded it makes it sound like my PC is going to run like something from 1995. Benefits of ES Cleaner. Number 1, one-click setup. Clean up junk files from over 1,500 softwares, cleaning online traces to protect your privacy. That's rich. Step 2, speedy click up, blah blah blah, such and such. It's just a whole lot of nonsense really going down along. Basically all complete box to anyone who's even the mildest bit tech savvy, but enough tech sounding jargon to sound plausible to more gullible or less informed people. He says, "For a 30-second pre-roll, I will pay you $700. The payment is in the following order," and proceeds to talk more nonsense. So I can see pretty clearly it's just another scam. But rather than ignoring it, I decided to waste his time and have a little bit of fun with it instead. Any time he's wasted on me is less time he has to scam other people. So I shot back with, "So, an all-in-one junk cleaner, PC booster, antivirus and ad blocker? That's quite the software. I'm sure my audience would have their interest piqued by that. Is it a set price or a subscription service?" And for my own amusement, I decided to ask for more non-existent money and added, "Just one requirement. For a 30-second pre-roll ad slot on my videos is $1,500 due to the latest growth on my channel I'm experiencing." Now, any legit company would have outright refused that. It's more than double what they were offering. Also, my content is evergreen, so it always remains relevant and is good for the environment. Hopefully that isn't outside your marketing budget. Also, can you link me your site so I can read up more on this software? "Okay," he says. "I'll attach a link to the site in this message. Could you send us your statistics? With respect, Thomas Miller." But he never did attach the link to that email. I wonder why. I guess he just had a little bit of a brain fart. So I followed up with, "Sure thing, I can send you my stats shortly. After looking at your previous email, I didn't see the link to your site. Maybe you forgot to attach it?" And he came back with this. "Forgive me for my inattention," he said in the following email. And oh dear. Seems there's been some sort of mix-up. I chose to ignore that and continued and sent him some public figures I pulled from Social Blade about my channel, asking him if he got approval for that budget and asking him the cost of the software. He said, "Your statistics are quite acceptable. I'm willing to pay $1,500 for the work done. Get to work as soon as possible. With respect, Thomas Miller," ignoring my request for the software costs. "Okay, perfect," I said. "I should have this completed by late tomorrow." Obviously, I had no intention of doing this. "How will you be making this payment once the work is done?" I was also curious about something, so I had to ask. Also, what does the ES stand for in ES cleaner. Regards, Daddy. I was hoping he'd try to make something up, but rather anticlimactically he replied with, it only has visual meaning, nothing more. The payment will be more convenient to make on PayPal, but if you don't have it, let's transfer where you feel comfortable. With respect, Thomas Miller. I'll add here that I had planned on trying to somehow get his bank details. If you get a scammer's bank information, you can report their account to said bank and get their bank account closed. It's annoying for a PayPal to be banned. It's a fucking nightmare if your bank account gets closed. So that was my reasoning. So I said, following up on him telling me that ES only has visual meaning, that is pretty deep, Thomas. I never knew other people looked at software like that before. I thought I was the only one. It's crazy to think that we're probably thousands of miles away, but we're like 2 peas in a pod. And just to wet his beak a little bit, if I give you my bank details, will you transfer it that way? I'm saving for a mortgage, so I like to keep my bigger sums of money in there for safekeeping. Regards, Woos Brillis. Him being the Shakespearean man that he is, replied with, of course, I'll translate where you feel comfortable. With respect, Thomas Miller. I was hoping he'd chase me up the next day or two looking for the ad I was supposedly making for him, but unfortunately he never did, so that's where that one ends. So that is, so far, my experience with these scam emails. I'll leave you with this gem I received on the 17th of February from Jen M. Manager.
Hello, I am a representative of We Create Security.
Software, who'd have thunk it?
I am a public relations agent. We are a new company.
Of course you are.
Our company is developing an antivirus. With the help of our program, you can clean your computer from viruses. I would like to know if it's possible to order ads from your YouTube channel. How much would you want to receive for advertising? How much do you want to get for your work?
Again, is that not like the same question?
Our company is ready to pay well for your work.
We'll see about that.
If you are ready to cooperate,
there's that fucking word again.
With our company, write to us and we'll send you further instructions.
This one I just decided to have fun with right off the bat and replied with, hi Genital. Her name is Jen, it's obviously short for genital. Yes, I have advertiser space on my channel. My prices are $500 for a 5-second mention of your company and product, $4,000 for a 30-second detail ad mentioning the above with a more detailed and positive self-review of your product, or $10,000 for a full-length 5-minute, highly edited video written by me with my personal review, positive of course, and professionally edited by Made UP Productions. Antivirus is somewhat of a passion of mine. I've been hard for antivirus ever since I was 14, when I had tried some in school with friends. Been hooked on the stuff ever since. So this is a great opportunity, and I hope to hear back from you soon. I look forward to getting my fix. Regards, Sony Tark. But unfortunately, Genital never got back to me. So that is, for now, where my adventures of scam emailers end. I'll probably do more of these in the future as they come, but we'll see how you lot receive this one. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video and you're itching for a more deeper dive and better structure video on scam emails, fellow YouTuber and friend to the channel, Cynical Reviews, has just dropped a fantastic video on scam and spam emails that I think you lot would like. I'll link it at the end and I definitely recommend checking that out. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you lads and ladies in the next one.